We understand the allure of the light. We hear the call of the dark. Our legacy is one of precision in design, of balance and inescapable duality. The push and pull, seemingly opposing forces, working in concert to create a consonant equilibrium. The Archimedes onto Merlin. Duality of design. Kruger, precision, perfected.
Ready to learn more about the manufacturers and ships on display? The all-new 2951.
In conjunction with Bearing, we are currently crafting the most devastating size 7 mountable ship cannon ever devised. The SF-7, being prototyped in both ballistic and laser configurations, is specifically designed to incapacitate capital-class vessels. Of course, with a weapon so refined, the task at hand is to try and design an equally sophisticated ship to wield it. Even with this prototype, Crusader is up to the task.
Okay, today is day 5, and it's Crusader and the other smaller manufacturers like Tumble and Kruger and their lineup of ships. And another one of the wonderful little clicky boards, so let's click it.
Crusader Industries continues to surprise ship enthusiasts around the Empire. Initially known for their commercial transports like the Genesis Starliner and the Hercules Starlifter, Crusader has been expanding into the civilian market with the introduction of their Aries Starfighter and Mercury Starrunner. Needless to say, the future is bright for this titan of astro-engineering.
Okay. Titan of Astro-Engineering. Okay, we're still getting a little graphics fuzz. Yep, but these are the Starlifter models.
Did you discover the craft of your dreams at this year's IAE?
I think that's just the general carrier. This is the military carrier, and that's the bomber.
This year's IAE are available to rent from one of our local providers.
Unlike many of their competitors, Crusader Industries dedicates as much effort on their employees as they do on their products. Recognized as one of the UEE's best employers in 2943 and 2946, Crusader not only offers competitive pay and benefit programs to all employees, but also houses extensive in-house training and education programs to foster talent and take their workers to the next level of their career.
Please remember to stay hydrated while exploring.
Okay, let's look at these things real quick. They just came out last patch, and they're actually fairly helpful. Yeah, this is Freight and Combat. So they can do a little fighting, but their big thing is they're huge. You can load a couple Tumble tanks in there, or your ballista, and still have room for other stuff. You could actually load other ships inside the ship. Oh, this is the freighter, so I had them backwards. So basically, you land this and load up your ground vehicles, whatever, cargo. I think it's around the same amount of cargo as the Caterpillar. So it can haul a huge amount of cargo, or a couple of these big tanks. So it's quite useful that way. And the Tumble Nova is the big tank of the game so far. Or Tonk. I still think they missed out on an opportunity to put their different paint jobs on them, so show them the different paint, but, you know, I didn't do it. This should be the bomber. Yeah, freight and gunship. Yeah, custom bomb bay. So this is the guy that drops the Moab. So, quite a heavy hitter. You can do a bombing run on something. So, very useful that way. Let's see if we can get down the stairs without falling and dying. It's always nice. Alright, here are some of the tumbrels. So, these are the different tumbrel vehicles, you know, little ground cars that you can get into, zip around. They have several events where they race them. Well, player events. I don't think the game devs are setting them up, but different player groups get together, orgs, try to race each other with them. It actually turns out quite fun, depending on what model they're using, because some of them, they're just flat racing across whatever planet they decide to race on. Some of them, it's more of a shoot and go, so you're shooting at the other racers and all that fun. That's where one of these would come in. This guy's got a nice little top turret. So he's one of the combat variants. He's really good at taking down ground-based stuff. This is the anti-air one. So he kind of levels out that field when people come in to do strafing runs with their starships. And this fella's got both. So he's a good man of all trades there, but master of none. And let's go see what's on the design rack, but we can't get yet. I'm very excited for this guy, the Ranger. Yeah, that's the Tumble Ranger. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see this one. I was kind of hoping it'd be one of their surprise vehicles they put out this time, but no luck. But it is a nice idea, wheel-based rather than the hover bikes. The hover bikes are okay, but a traditional bike like that would look a lot cooler streaming across the zone. And they come with guns and everything. And this is the Starliner. It's one of those that's still in works. I know they gray boxed it quite a while ago, but it's kind of been on hold because it's supposed to be the biggest people carrier. And I imagine for that to be a functional part of the game, there has to be more people on more consistently. So the 40 people per instance is probably not enough. So it's probably going to be something that comes into play later in the game, after they get some of their server issues hammered out and allow more people to be on at the same time. Even if they don't get full server meshing going and just get it to where they can have 200 people on the same server at the same time, that would be a little more effective gameplay for that particular ship, which is supposed to be able to carry several hundred people at a time. Alright, down the next hall. I haven't tripped and fallen this whole time, so maybe that patch fixed it. Alright, and okay, we've got the Aries and the Mercury Star Runner. So the Aries were part of the commercial where they built a huge size 7 gun, then built a plane around it. So, yeah. Yeah, ballistic Gatling variant tears through gunship armor and turns smaller fighters to dust in seconds. And with a size 7 gun strapped to it, yeah. Even if you're not hitting all the time, it probably only takes 1 or 2 strikes to really turn something to pieces.
Although Crusader Industries might be best known for their transports, their recent introduction of the Aries starfighter shows that the charity-minded manufacturer is taking a new approach to helping citizens across the Empire, and more specifically, those who live on Crusader itself. With recent attacks by well-outfitted groups like Xeno Threat and the Nine Tails becoming all too common, it's easy to see why a powerhouse like the Aries has added to their lineup.
Yeah, it would probably be really handy in the Xeno Threat event. And this should be the energy-based variant. Yeah, that's energy cannon there. I haven't flown them in any of the combat stuff, so I don't know how that cannon's gonna hold up to like multiple attackers, but against something bigger that's, you know, kind of all target, it's gonna be quite devastating. And of course, the Mercury Star Runner is one of the favorites of the game currently because it's a good multi-role ship. But as soon as the next iteration of Drake's ships, oh, I can't remember what it's called right now, but it will be, well, it'll always be a contender because it's such a nice little ship, flies well, very agile, very maneuverable for the size of ship that it is, and that's in atmosphere and out of atmosphere. So it's very handy that way. It's just kind of undergunned if you're the only one in it, but if you have a co-pilot, it's pretty significant, so it's a good little fighter that way if you're with a crew. But alone, you'd be better just to go with a fighter, I think, to do fighting missions. But on that note, I think we're going to call it because that's the last of them. Have a good day, everybody.